And immediately they sense my presence, they pretend to immediately chat on another topic or go silent. This was my exact statement I made to my wife, and her reaction really shocked me till now as I'm speaking to you, my dear. Hello, a lovely day to you. Please, I want you to join me and read this message I got from this gentleman. Okay, so he begged me to read this message to you so that he will know what you think and to give him the right advice and guideline for him to just follow. Okay, please, at the end of this video, don't forget to tell this man something that will be nice. Give me a good advice, and I also appreciate it as well. Not just him will appreciate it, I will appreciate it as well. So let us read. This man said, I got married to the love of my life after 3 years of dating, and shortly after our marriage, my wife begged me to allow her junior sister to join us in order to have someone to always talk to whenever I'm not at home, and also to help her out with house chores, and I agreed. My wife's junior sister was already in her senior secondary when she joined us, and I provided everything to enroll her in one of the good schools around. Actually, for my young sister-in-law, she's all grown, I must say, but I just see her as my younger sister. I don't share jokes with her. I keep the relationship strict to respect boundaries. I don't also allow her to serve my food or wash my clothes. If my wife is not around, I do it myself. Okay. I also hardly stay at home as my work requires me to go out early and come back late, so I hardly even have time to exchange greetings with her. Okay, we don't also have children she will take care of, so she eats, watch movies and sleep while we are away, because my wife also have a business she's running, so she's mostly at home alone during the day, especially when it's not school days. Okay, we are always at home together on Sundays. After few months, I had my wife and her sister always murmuring, and my wife always scolding her and asking her questions quietly. Whenever their voice or my wife's voice is getting louder, it draws my attention, and immediately they sense my presence, they pretend to immediately chat on another topic or go silent. It really got me to be disturbed, but I was less bothered when I noticed my wife didn't want me to know what is going on or what is happening, or even tell me or invite me to the matter. I quickly waved it off as it doesn't concern me, and I just thought it is their personal family affairs, which is quite understandable. Okay, few nights ago, my wife woke me up from my sleep and told me her sister was pregnant. Wow. And she had been pressing and persuading her to mention the name of the one who got her pregnant, but she was not saying anything. She expected me to be shocked, or she expected me to react angrily, which I didn't, because I also have an odd feeling about some secret moves the girl is making, but I just always wave it off. I told my wife to be gentle with her since she is newly pregnant, and to give her time that when reality dawns on her, she will realize how alone she is with the pregnancy, and tell her who is responsible. After all, no one can hide pregnancy, which is also true. When reality dawns on her, she'll be forced to tell the truth, isn't it? This was my exact statement I made to my wife, and her reaction really shocked me till now as I'm speaking to you, my dear. The first question she asked me was, do you know something about it? My sister is not talking, but you are telling me to give her time. Is there something you know that I don't know? Okay, let's keep going. I got angry because that was the last thing I expected from my wife, and I asked her, what do you mean? Like, what do you really mean as well? And yet she maintained her questioning, saying she meant what she asked me. That I'm a man, that if it's me, I should say it, so we know what to do before it gets out of hand. After her last statement, I stopped talking to her. I just mind my business. I just pray to God to help me reveal who impregnated this girl so that I'll be vindicated. Days later, her sister later mentioned the guy's name that impregnated her. Okay. He stay at the next house, so they normally meet whenever we are not around. My wife later went to the guy's house to cause a scene. The guy accepted responsibility because the atmosphere my wife caused was too hot for him to handle. Now, my dear, my problem is how my wife Easily and quickly, with no atom of doubt or fear, my wife suspected me. The worst is that she is still claiming to be right to accuse me first. Can you imagine? I don't know if I can imagine. It hurts me more when she doesn't want to accept her mistake or even apologize to me. I don't think I will forgive, and the fact that I was the first and only person she suspected makes me see how so low she thinks of me when it comes to cheating. When I tried pointing out my points to her in order for her to realize what she did was wrong and how hurt I am, she said as if it's impossible. Don't we hear such stories all the time? Let's move on. I don't deserve such disrespect, but she doesn't see anything wrong with her assertion. I am determined to make her see reason easily or forcefully, because if I don't, she might do it again. Now, this is how I plan to take my revenge and correct her. Let's hear it. I will wait until we get pregnant and I will ask her who got her pregnant. Who did she sleep with to get pregnant? And who is the real father of the child in her belly? I will make a scene, attract her family members, and even demand for a DNA. When I have gotten the attention of everyone, I will ask her as if it's impossible. Don't we hear such stories all the time? We do actually. Just the exact question she asked me. I believe only then will she know and see how hurt and heartbroken I was when she did hers. I hope she enjoys it as much as she dished it out to me earlier. But I want to ask for the opinions of everyone and what they think about it, because I need to make my points clear in order to avoid another occurrence. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you too, sir, for speaking up. Thank you for speaking up. You know, our men are really going through a lot. When men want to speak, the society will tell them, be a man, swallow it. Don't swallow. Don't swallow anything. That is why we lose our men on time. Thank you, sir, for speaking up, because this is a lot. The fact that you are not even realizing that your husband is hurt, he's not even happy with you. Your husband wants you to be a better person. You're not seeing it. You know, my last life, I said that the husbands are responsible to mold their wife into the kind of who they want that will befit and fit him in that marriage. I said it in my last life. If you joined my last life, if you didn't, go and watch my last life. You will hear me talk about it. Okay, listen. Please, if you are a woman and you are married or you are in any relationship and your husband or your boyfriend or fiancé or your spouse is bitterly complaining about a particular attitude you did, okay, and he is hurt about it, the best thing you can do to that man is to make amends. Apologize, change. And when we apologize in minutes, these are the reasons why our men cry in silence. Please, if you are a man and you are going through a lot, sir, I am begging you, speak up. Don't just stay in silence and people will tell you be a man, you are being a no. Speak up, because I can imagine what you are going through. If my husband accused me of such, I know how I will feel. So if you're a woman and your husband accused you of infidelity, or else you know you are being faithful to your husband, if you know how you will feel, that is the exact way this man is feeling. So if you know that when someone accuses you wrongly, especially when it comes to fidelity in marriage or relationship, if you know how hurt you will be, don't do it to another person. Especially don't accuse a man wrongly. Whereas you know, if he accuse you wrongly, you will faint and wake up. I am not saying that you asking your husband questions is wrong. It is even better that you ask him, okay, when you guys are alone and not to yourself, okay, it is even better you ask him if he's the one, if he can confide in you and tell you, my dear, na me do am, okay, then you guys will know how to handle the situation, rather than for you to have that knowledge outside, or when the whole atmosphere is so hot, he will now come and accept it. By then the damage has gone beyond control. And then the manner which you asked your husband also matters, because you are supposed to ask him politely, Like, what do you think? Just tell me the truth. You call your husband, just tell me the truth. Did you do it? Okay? It is okay to ask questions, not in a rude way, not in a violent way, but in a calm way. This is what is going on. Calmly. I know some women can't even control their anger, especially when it comes to infidelity. Calmly. This is what is going on. What do you have to say about it? When he's not telling you what you want to hear, you can calmly, politely ask him, my dear, do you know anything about it? I mean no harm. What I mean is, if there is anything you know about, so that you know how to handle it on time before outsiders make your point clear. You are asking him on time in case if he knew anything about it, so that outsiders will not know. It is okay. But you asking him rudely and even saying confidently within yourself that he might know something about it. Now, after all the question and asking, you later found out that your husband was not responsible. The next thing to do as a wise woman is to make peace with your husband, because he is hurt. Do you understand me? I hope I'm making a point. But the point that after everything, you still realize your husband is not responsible. You still stood your ground that you are right by not even apologizing or making peace. You are looking for problem. You are looking for problem. So, sir, I really understand you. I understand your anger. But please, two wrongs cannot make a right. This kind of a thing can really cause a very big problem. Okay? Your wife's understanding is quite different from yours. And you have to understand that between two partners, one person's understanding is much higher than the other. It can be the understanding of the wife or the understanding of the husband. So, sir, I am begging you, okay? Instead of you to take this issue to that time, I would advise that you involve the woman's parents, involve her people. Let them talk to her, so that if it's them that will make her see her faults and reason her wrong rightly, then hear from her people how they handle the issue. Then from what and how her family handled it and how she took it, you can now take your decision. But I believe this plan will yield a very good result. It is not healthy for a heart of a husband and the heart of a wife to be hurt as a result of wrong accusation of infidelity, and the two partners are in the same marriage. It's not healthy. Bet me, sir, you don't want to experience such unhealthy marriage. The worst thing that can make a marriage unhealthy is infidelity. Whether wrongly accused or rightly accused, that matter shouldn't even come up at all. It destroys a lot in the heart of a partner or in the heart of both partners. I am begging you. You are experiencing it. Imagine how you are feeling. Imagine how your wife will feel. And I don't know how your wife will take it then. It can escalate. You don't know, she don't know that you will take this decision. Imagine the decision she will take that you don't know. Bet me, you don't want to try it. I know you love your wife, but look at other reasons or look at other means to resolve this part you want to take. You are right, but we don't know what the result will be. It might cause a lot of unhealthy relationship between you and your wife. Remember, the two of you are of different breed. Your understanding and heart is not the same. Don't even take chances to see how her own understanding will be on this very particular matter. I believe her people will make her see reasons enough for her to apologize and feel sorry, retrace her steps, and take back her words. I hope this my word melts your heart. Then, on the other hand, if you're watching this video to this extent, it means you really cared about this man. What else do you think he should do? Aside from what I have just said, this is my humble opinion. What is your opinion? What advice would you give this man for him to solve this problem? Because obviously his heart is broken. And trust issues is a very delicate matter and which should be treated with so much care and attention. Thank you so much for your opinion. Thank you so much for your comment. Thank you so much for everything, for your shares and everything. So please, if this is your first time of you come across this video, please do well to give us a like, give us a share, Let us know what you think in the comment section. Give us a follow and turn on your notification button for more updates.